What's going on, beautiful people? How you guys doing out there in YouTube land? I am Wesley and welcome to West T. Okay, I'm going to talk about a couple things. That I have on my mind. And like always, I want you to leave your comments below. Click a like on this video because it will really help this particular video out and the channel out with engagement. And subscribe if you aren't already subscribed to me. And real quick before I get all into this, all of my topics, shout out to everyone that is definitely subscribed to watchactv.com. Okay, it's a miniature black Netflix helmed by yours truly and a couple of other fantastically talented people. We are growing in our practice within film, and your support would definitely be appreciated. New shows that are coming out right now or are out right now. Shout out to the cast of Porn and Poppin'. That show is dope. We submitted to quite a few film festivals. Hopefully we get screened in a couple of them. We have Biscuits and Gravy, which is a comedy chef cooking show that just aired this past Wednesday, uploads every Wednesday. And I had a table read with the cast of Family and Camo, which is going to be our sitcom for the network. Think Upshaws. Doing big things or trying to do big things, and we definitely need your support. We finally broke 800 subscribers, so it would be amazing if we could get to that 1,000, I know a lot of people are expecting like Netflix right out the box numbers in terms of like how many shows we have, or Netflix right out the box quality, but it's not like that over here. Not yet anyways, because in order for us to even get there, we need your guys' support. So why not support a member of your community? It would be nice. Anyways, I don't really do too many vlogs. I'm trying to get back into doing vlogs. Everyone knows that I have an opinion. I most certainly do. And I sometimes want to share my opinion and sometimes I don't, because a lot of the times you guys go ham on people that share their opinions, but I've grown accustomed to not really letting everyone's comment and or opinion affect me too much. But I always have something to say, and I'm always like the villain on my Pan on Show Culture Club. So I'm curious as to how things are gonna go when I'm doing it myself. So first topic that I want to talk about is Tiffany Haddish on Legendary. Actually, I want to talk about all the celebrity judges on Legendary, or the fact that they have celebrity judges, period. First off, if you don't watch Legendary, it is a great show. It's on HBO Max. It's been surrounded by a lot of allegations, controversy, behind the scenes shenanigans. But I think that happens on every show, right? Every production, for the most part, always has some sort of problem or problems happening behind the scenes. And the final product that we see doesn't display any of that stuff. And to be quite honest, I'm ecstatic about that because I don't want to see any of the drama that goes on. But I want a lot of these shows to definitely be real. If it's reality television, I want it to be real. I want the scenes and storylines to be authentic. And I definitely want to see the good people winning, right? That's always been like my thing, is to see the good people winning. But if you have an HBO Max subscription, then you need to get into Legendary if you've not gotten into Legendary. There are 2 seasons, and it's a competition dance show based around Ballroom, the Ballroom scene. And, you know, voguing, duck walking, all of that, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, season 2 finale has aired this week, and there's a lot of hoopla about the final 2, the top 2, and how they got there, and whether or not it's been rigged all along for the winners to win. If you did not see who won, well, I want you to stop this video and to go watch that real quick, because I don't necessarily want to spoil anything for you, but I do want to talk about it so I can speak freely, right? So there's a setup of 4 judges and an amazing icon of a host, Deshaun Wesley. I interviewed him like 1,000 years ago, I want to say, back when I was a little peon, right? And he was fantastic then, and he is fantastic now. And then you have Law Roach, which through Legendary, I've been introduced to him, but I know I have a stylist friend that is his mentee. La Roach mentors him. So shout out to La Roach for doing things like that. I think it's really dope. Then right next to La Roach, you have Camille. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Her. It's my first time finding out about her or even knowing anything about her. And apparently she's an actress. And apparently she's going to be on She-Hulk. I just hope she's phenomenal as an actress, because this is, again, my first time getting to know her and see her. And yes, I'll get into it a little bit. Then you have Megan Thee Stallion. I have to say it was great for Megan Thee Stallion to be a part of this show, because it made me like her more. It made me get a sense of who she is. And I feel like a lot of her critiques are very like straight a la 101 How to Be a Star School, right? And then you have Leomi. Leomi is legendary. Icon, mother. Leomi, Leomi, everybody has incorporated the Leomi in their routine in one way, shape, or another. Not only in ballroom, but across all genres. For the most part, everybody has heard of Leomi, knows Leomi in the entertainment, especially ballroom scene. She's phenomenal, right? And so one of the gripes that's been about this show from season 1 to season 2 is the fact that they don't have all of the judges from the ballroom scene. I'm going to speak on that real quick, but this particular season, their judging and critiques toward the dancers have been wonky, right? So I want to say that the reason why they don't have all of the judges from ballroom is because this is HBO Max, a network, online streaming network that is trying to cater to the masses, not just one group, right? And I feel like in order to do that, you need to have representation from all walks of life, for the most part, especially from the heterosexual side, right? Because gays are all in the ballroom and know a lot of the ballroom, for the most part. So in order to bring in other facets of the community, the human race, you need to have representatives from those factions, from those groups. So I think it's great that we don't have everybody from ballroom. I think it's great because of that, right? La Roach is not from ballroom. He's from the fashion world. Camille, y'all know who I'm talking about. Her, she's not from ballroom. She's an actress. Megan Thee Stallion is not from ballroom. She's from hip hop. Leomi is from ballroom. Deshaun Wesley is from ballroom. So I like the fact that they're not all from ballroom. Now, whether or not they have the ability to critique is another thing. But then is that necessarily a problem, right? Maybe not. Let me show you why. You want Legendary to cater to the masses. In order for it to cater to the masses, we have to see how a lot of these particular people think or may think based on watching the show. And, you know, from Megan Thee Stallion to, her name is Jamila Jamil, right? Okay, boom. So I think it's great that they're able to say how they feel about the overall performance and not necessarily have to critique Vogue or Old Way or New Way or Duck Walk or Catwalk, even though that's what this competition show is about, right? Suffice it to say, they also have celebrity judges, guest judges that come on, because all of them are celebrities. They have guest judges that come on, and these guest judges are regular performers, artists, musical artists. They know nothing about ballroom. No one that's been a guest judge on this show is from the ballroom scene. So Tiffany Haddish was the final guest judge on the semifinals, and you could tell that there was a lot going on, not even behind the scenes, but in front of the camera, because there were moments where Tiffany Haddish would come on seemingly under the influence, alcohol, I would say, and allegedly, and she just seemed real on, right? On 10, like on all the time, right? What? That's how I do it. You know, really out there crazy. I like Tiffany Haddish, not a fan of her comedy. She's like the female Kevin Hart. They're both kind of stale. But I love the fact that they're both super successful as a black man and a black woman. They're doing a thing out here and they got money. I'm all for it, even though I would never pay for a comedy show. No issues, right? So she's looking beautiful in her green hair, her green dress. I'm thinking that it's about to be on and popping. She seems like, or sounds like, she's from an era where she's able to critique, what they're doing. I'm hoping anyway. And if worst case scenario, she could at least make me laugh. Try to anyway, right? So we're getting through competitions, and the energy is starting off right. I want to say Balenciaga nailed this final performance. This was the best performance from Balenciaga I saw throughout the whole season of season 2. And even though they had their high moments, their low moments, this was a definite high moment for me. It was damn near perfect performance. Reason being is because it had me driven. They had symmetry in lines. When Honey came down the runway and they were all like, the beat caught my attention. It was great. And Miss Shannon gave me Todrick Hall in the whole flowy long dress. I was here for every particular moment of Balenciaga's performance. Damn near perfect for me. And then, Arturo and his crew, Miyake Mugler, Diego, and all of them, they did their thing. But I was really leaning more towards Balenciaga based on the performances that they shown. We get to individual battles where they have to represent all 5 elements of Vogue. And Tiffany Haddish chopped right off the rip Honey, and I want to say he was with Khalik. I want to say it was Khalik and Honey. That's what I want to say. I could be wrong. But it was Khalik and Honey, and they were doing their thing, right? Old way and new way and all of that. And Tiffany Haddish chopped them. And it's moments like that that make me feel like, why the hell are you on the show? But the defining moments in the semifinals where every point counts, every score counts. Why is there a guest judge that has no idea what she's judging or he's judging on the show, right? That's where my mind immediately goes. But hey, she's on the show. She can give her opinion. It's how she feels. That's how she feels. But everyone that I know of was shocked. Even I was shocked when Honey and Khalik got the chop. There were a lot of chops on Old Way and New Way, and it was just shocking. Again, the judges were making decisions during this season that were just scatterbrained crazy. And so things became increasingly frustrating for Tiffany Haddish and the judges because you could tell that it was tense, right? Based on the edit, for me, I felt like it was so tense that you could cut it with a knife. There was a moment where Leomi was having a ballroom to ballroom moment from mother legend Leomi to daughter Honey, right? Oh my God, the talent is undeniable, period. Honey is a beast. But, a couple weeks back, a couple episodes back, Honey and La Roche had a run-in because Honey made a comment about, wearing some crappy shoes on scene. And ever since then, they've been shading or icy on Honey ever since he made that comment, right? Ever since he made that comment, they were very icy to Honey. And even in this finale, they were slightly still icy, still butthurt about his comment toward Honey. But Honey is undeniably talented, so you could not give him his just dues, right? So Leomi and Honey are Leomi is exchanging words with Honey. And Tiffany Haddish wanted to chime in because she could not understand why Leomi was giving Honey this particular reprimand on the show based on this particular performance. And Tiffany was just trying to get an understanding, but what was interesting about this was La Roche was not allowing Tiffany to interject Leomi because La Roche felt that this was ballroom to ballroom, and Tiffany Haddish did not have a say in it. Mind you, by this point, a couple of the judges were already aggravated at Tiffany's judgments and or chops based on how the show was running, right? So everybody was already on edge. This was an intense moment for me because I felt like La Roche was in the right for allowing Leomi to get her point across without being interrupted. But when La Roche shushed Tiffany Haddish, that's where I was like, whoa, really? Like, what's happening here? Is this okay? Is this not okay? I mean, it made for great TV, but Tiffany Haddish actually shushed and said, okay, it's not for me. I'm very shocked that she did that. I'm very shocked that she, being the biggest celebrity on that stage allowed La Roach to shush her. I was like, wow, but then again, maybe side note, maybe Tiffany was a little, like I said, and she probably was, between takes, and they had enough, and it was like, maybe La Roach was like, girl, you doing way too much now. Come on now. I don't know, but I thought it was very entertaining to watch. And the good old question about this show is, should celebrity judges continue to judge, or should they have a whole panel of ballroom judges? I like the difference of opinion. I like being able to bring people not necessarily from that genre or a section in the entertainment industry and get their perspective. But I feel like they should at least do their research before coming on the show to talk about old way and new way and in which way and my way. I think that should be dope as well. And I also feel like the judges should not allow personality or personal feelings to get in the mix of their judging. I feel like they should just judge the freaking show. And I think it'll make for a better understanding of their thought process with the scoring, because a lot of people feel like it was rigged. A lot of people feel like the T-Sheet should have never been booted out. I feel that the T-Sheet should have never been booted out either. Even though they lost that last battle, I think they won the war overall. But that's just my point. I believe from Balenciaga to Miyake Mugler, I feel like it was a very tight race. I feel like there were moments where Balenciaga won spins. They gave it to Mugler. I just feel like there were a lot of things that Mugler was getting, and not no shade or nothing, but it was just a really tight, really tight, close race. I loved overall, though, throughout the whole season, I loved Miyake Mugler's performances over the Balenciagas. I just wish I would have saw a finale between the T-Sheets and Miyake Mugler. That's just how I feel about it. What did y'all think about it? Did y'all see that particular episode? Do y'all feel like celebrity judges should definitely continue to judge, or do you think that the whole cast should be judges from the ballroom? Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. I'm curious to hear your response. And just leave your comments. Let's talk about it. Deuces. I know. Y'all not about to think about not subscribing to aconnectiontv.com. Copyrighted.